All right, test 1 2, test 1 2. Looks like we're almost live. Nothing's happening yet. Oh, live happening. I need to go and switch over here. I should be able to see the live stream indicator on YouTube if this is working correctly. Nope, not yet. Anyway, this is What's Up Dave. This is my daily stream where I catch up with my friends on the internet. It looks like it's live now. Just running the stream over there so I can see what's going on. Let me switch this to here. And I think we're ready to go. So, oh, that's now it's too loud. This is What's Up Dave. So loud! I need to get a real AV receiver so I can control the volume remotely. Anyway, this is What's Up Dave. This is when I catch up with my buddies on the internet. If you're watching this, you're my buddy. And the stuff I talk about is design work I'm doing, personal productivity systems, stuff that happens to catch my eye as part of my mission, I suppose. What is my mission? I keep trying to define it every year. Part of the personal productivity system I'm developing is, I think, related to the mission work. And I don't mean mission work in terms of like, Christian outreach, although I come from a long line of Christian outreach, missionary, theological, academic types. Like everyone, all my family, immediate family is involved with the church in some way as missionaries, professors, clergymen. The one uncle that's actually like not involved with it is on my mom's side is an architect, but he designs churches. And then my uncle on my dad's side is a dentist, but his dental practice is called Faith and Glory Dental Practice, and he's heavily involved in the church. So, but anyway, so I guess maybe I got my sense of mission from my immediate family, even though I'm doing it in the non-religious way. The idea that the life has meaning, I suppose, or life can be interesting and awesome and can be pure. But I guess for me, the biggest challenge for me has been to try to figure out what it is I can do that's cool. And I instantly think back to high school when I was in the 7th grade, or actually the 10th grade is probably more. The 10th and the 11th grade when like I had my posse of friends who wanted to do cool things with computers. At the time that was computer games, computer graphics, and so forth. I just finished binge watching all of Stranger Things, which kind of, it put me back into that mode when you're just kind of in that world of like things like D&D, and then there's computers and video games and biking around and stuff like that. I did feel it's a good pull back to remembering why it is that I want to make interesting things, or not to be normal, I suppose. Embracing not being normal. But I digress. So what are we going to talk about today? Let's see if we can get this to switch over. I said we'd do some show and tell for some Korean skincare stuff that arrived. Oops, why am I on this page? Yeah, so let's just get right into that. So, one issue I've been trying to like work out some sort of skin regimen, but I keep breaking out. And I've been trying this stuff, various things, for about maybe half of a year, if anything. And the stuff I'm using right now isn't working. My face is better moisturized, I say. It's not as dry as it used to be, but I still keep breaking out. And I was reading that one reason that you break out is it could be bacteria on your sheets or on your washcloth. So I've changed washcloths. I have this big pack of disposable cotton washcloths. I don't use the same towels for drying off as I do on my face and so forth. But I still keep breaking out, and every day I can feel like a new some growth, like this horrible like pus-filled potato growing under my skin. That's new. Like if I just feel around, it's as though like there's something that's happening. So I think I just have really oily skin that's susceptible to whatever is going on here. So I'm deciding to try some new stuff. So one of the things I got, the stuff that came in so far was this clearing solution called Well, just this clearing solution from this is from Dr. Jart, and this is a sheet mask. This is a 5-pack sheet mask. I think it costs maybe $15 or $10, and so it's like this cloth, this disposable cloth mask you put on your face, and it's filled with all this goop. And this has tea tree oil and salicylic acid. It's got stuff in it that's supposed to be good for getting all that gunk out of your face. It's like, so I'm looking for stuff that has salicylic acid, BHA, tea tree oil, that kind of stuff that's supposed to be good for cleaning up your skin. It may not work on my skin, but I'm going to try some of this stuff out. And then I'm going to try a different toner, which is, this is Claire's something. What does it say? Moisturizing skin care. It's supposed to balance your pH. So this is recommended for if you had problem-sensitive skin. So I thought I'd try it. This is probably like $15 or $20 or something like this. It'll last a few month or two, depending on how much of this I use. I'm still just trying to figure out how all this stuff works. Like I had to go check something over there on in the kitchen. But actually, while we're there, let me I can also show up some stuff I've been doing there. I did get this new crate. See if I can move this thing out without killing myself. Right now I was rewarming some black beans. Which are in here. So over here, I had some sealed, vacuum packed. I thought this was meat, but this actually looks like it might be some sort of bread stuffing. And then here is a pack of black beans I had made a while ago. So this will be eating this week as my keto-inspired diet. Well, yeah, this is not meat. I thought that was pulled pork. I was going to mix them together. But the other thing I was excited about were these. I don't know if you can see these. These are those crates I was showing off last week that they fold down. And so, like, one thing about this kitchen is that they have this, you see this seating stuff over here? This was something that the previous owners of this condo put in, and they're stupid because they eliminated all this counter space that was here. I have these shelves I cobbled together, and I can't get access to stuff underneath this. There used to be cushions on top of here. There's a table. Terrible, terrible design. You can't even sit properly on these things because you end up leaning against the glass. And so there's limited pantry space in here, and I need to tear all this stuff out at some point, and then redo the entire floor, and then redo everything. It's gonna be expensive, so I have been putting it off. But I got these disposable, or not these collapsible milk crates. What the hell's going on now? Strange. And so I've been putting like my dry goods in here. So this opens up a lot more space. So this is all the noodles and dry goods, and these are all baking things. And then there's some miscellaneous things like paper towels and stuff in there. So this fixes a lot of the problems I was having before, and so I'm very pleased. If I get a nice board to put on top of this, you can't even get casters for these, so I might get that so it's easier to move around. If I put a board on top of this, then that would even give me a little bit more, like, you know, temporary storage space. And it's freed up the cupboards a bit. You know, so all that stuff used to be like crammed in there. I couldn't reach anything that was in that space. But now there's actually a little bit of extra space, and I can figure out how to redo it. So this is like this used to be the Asian food section. Asian soups and sauces, which I've moved into this. In fact, I should put those over there. But, you know, things that are more specialty. So this is hondashi soup, fried shallots. This is the Asian, this is generally an Asian shelf. There's all the Asian stew ingredients, like this gourmet soy sauce that is from Kentucky, which this is something I need to tell my sister about. Mushrooms, cat food, all the Western stuff is over here with the cat food. All the barbecue stuff is up there. So it's coming along. So I'm a little bit more happy with my kitchen now. Before I was very, 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 very much unhappy about it. But anyway, little bonus tour of the room. So the living room is actually holding up pretty well after cleaning up a few weeks ago. Let's see. Let's get this back into place because I'm going to need this for designing the system stuff. Looks like everything's getting stuck now. Oh, come on. Someday I'll get all the stuff to work wirelessly. Still have audio. Still have battery juice. Yeah. So that's what's going on with that right now. Let's see. Let me check over something over here. Let me magnify that. So Monday, first work week of the year feels like. First work cup of coffee for the year. And what I've been working on is designing a new productivity system for this year. It should be in place for February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day, which is the official start of my yearly goal setting. Still have a cold. But between now, I'm hoping to get this done pretty soon, but in the meantime, there's actually stuff I need to do. For example, I actually have to do a server move unexpectedly, or rather a server backup just in case things go wrong. So I think I'm just going to make a regular, not a fancy system, but I'm just going to write stuff down on this sheet. And what I'll do is, let me move this stuff out of the way. Just putting it over the side of this couch here, just so I can get at my notebook. Oof. Just gonna get a little bit more junk here that I need. Whoa. This is what I wanted. This is the acetate sheet that I've just been writing things down on. And the reason why it's on this acetate sheet is because I put it inside the ETP notebook, like so. And it allows me to move the to-do list, the current, I guess, queue of stuff that to do from day to day without having to rewrite everything. And it's a nice bookmark too at the same time. I'm thinking about producing these like as an ETP accessory of some kind. So I should actually look at this list to see if there's anything else I can cross off on it. So let's do that. Also, I need to pull up that. I'm starting to get too much paper around here. You can see I'm shuffling everything around and losing track of stuff. Let's see, here's a comb that I was looking for. Back over there, I have some stuff that I can get. So, let's put this here for now where I'll see it. This is kind of the idea from this blue thing is to have it as my current documents. What's in here? Looks like I was using it for something else though. I need to have like a current pile folder that's easy to keep track of. The problem with this is it's a little bit too big. It doesn't quite fit into this drawer nicely. Or maybe I should just clean out this drawer. So this is like a mobile cart that I move around since I moved everything to this cart system. I'm just going to clear this out. Let's see, let me reorganize this a bit. What is this for? These are cables that I use occasionally. Let's put these in the secondary drawer. This top drawer will be purely for inbox type stuff. Pencils will go below. There's a pen here, or pencil. In fact, all this stuff can go downstairs, I think. So I will put this here for now next to the cat. Hold on to that cat. And these were some newsletters I made for Dad. These were Aldi coupon things. These are all expired, I'm sure. We'll just throw all these out. Let's see where that went. I don't even know what that is. I'm about ready to write that review for those purple cushions. Probably seen them advertised on Facebook. In general, they kind of suck. I wouldn't buy them. I mean, I guess if you're going to buy a seat cushion, they're not bad, but you know, my big problem with them is they don't stay in place. They keep moving around. And I don't find them particularly supportive. I think I'm not sure what I'm keeping of this thing. Here's an interesting question. Am I actually procrastinating right now by puttering around cleaning up my office? I don't know. What I'm hoping is, I really did need this. Do I need this anymore? This is I don't need any of these. Appointment cards. Need this. This is something I actually want to look at. LRC. This can throw away. These are old to-do lists. That's an old list of stuff that my dad wanted. Okay, so now we've gone to the point in where I guess I want to even put this in another folder. This is a current project, and I actually have a folder for stuff like this. This is stuff from Bev. Where do I put stuff like this? I'll put this in my letter thing, which is this here. Maybe I'll use one of these folders. I have something here, a folder called Stash. In my, this is my file cabinet that I keep all my stuff in. Just, you know, bills, taxes, you know, that kind of stuff. I do have one folder that's named Stash. I figured I would have multiple stashes. So this one's stash will be for the design stuff. And what I'll do then is, why is that so crooked looking? Not having, dropping a lot of frames. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's the heat being on. Network congestion because it's Monday. Maybe this is the worst time to stream. Is anyone noticing anything? Yeah, Dom. Hey Dom, how's it going? Doing any work today? I need to get into the wildlands. I tried to kill Predator again, so there's this game that Dom and I play occasionally. I haven't played with Dom in a while. It's called Tom Clancy game? Tom Clancy Wildlands. And it's in fake Bolivia, and you go around and you try to like take down this drug cartel. So that part's over because that was a limited campaign. But there's this new thing they added where you go and you hunt Predator from the movie. And so I tried to do it with the bot squad, and I just can't do it. It sucks. It's a little frustrating. Frustrating because the mechanic seems kind of lame. You just go and you pop in and you try to, he appears, you can't really track him with anything. You wait for him to shoot at some guys. He shows this red laser thing, which I think this is from the movie, and then you shoot him a bunch of times. And I was shooting with the most powerful sniper rifle in the game, which is this, well, the most powerful sniper rifle that I have, which is, this is like the Desert Camo HTI, which is I think some sort of 50 caliber thing. It takes out huge helicopters in one shot. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, it does nothing to Predator. He just laughs it off and then he kills you. So annoying. Anyway, so I'm not really focused, you can tell. Excuse me. So I'm gonna finish updating this thing here. Let's see. So I have, what did I do with that? This I want to keep for a photo shoot. Is there anything I could take off of this list? I wish I had a little more space, a bit more space on this table. I should build like a shelf to go back over here. I could just build something out of pine that goes across it, and that would give me a little bit more depth to this. I could cover up all that stuff too. As cool as it looks. Or I guess I could put this keyboard someplace, but you know, just juggling stuff sucks. I hate juggling things around. I like having a giant desk. Is there anything I can take off of this? I did renew the mailbox, so this one's done. These are major projects. I'm gonna put this at the bottom. Oh no, it ripped. Maybe it's time to make a new one. That's interesting. I've never had a post-it pad rip. The power of acrylic. New Glassic, Surfer End of Life, Estimated Taxes. Ah, I forgot all about that. How-to videos. But anyway, for this week, let's call this a weekly. This is the week of January 8th. So let me just write that down here. A week. Excuse me. I'm still dying with this cough. I'm losing 40% of the frames. This is anyway, week of January 8th. And so one of the things is server backup, because on the 10th they're rolling over my server, and I'm just gonna write stuff on this list that are things I have to do. So the ones that I remember is there's this, there is a kickoff for a new project, kickoff with Ben. Yeah, Dom is saying it's a lesson in the futility of life. I suppose that's right. This is why we play video games, right? Oh, it was Don. Was it you that was saying that I should see Stranger Things? I finally binge watched all of that entire season. There's one. Oh, there's the production for mini ETPs, the sticky pads. I need to finish that. So those are some key things to do this week. There's more of them, but I can't remember what they are, so I'm just gonna keep those up there. I'm gonna rewrite this one too. Need to buy some more these pad things. Huh. So people like this multicam setup. Do people even look at the little views in the corner? So I'm rewriting this one. This is all done. What did they just do with that other one? Look at it. They just throw that out. Yes, I threw out the wrong one. There are some lingering projects here that I want to break through. The how-to video for Dad. Then there is the late on my estimated taxes. Did I pay property tax for December? Probably not, but it's probably late. Prop tax, December. New glasses. I don't really want to spend the money. It'd be like $1,000 because of my ridiculous prescription. Not anyone. All right, so there's that. I want to rewrite this. Maybe use a different color for it. But I won't worry about that now. So this is going to be my tracking system for the week. It's a tiny, tiny bit of my ETP system. So I'm going to make a change to this design of this notebook. I'm going to widen it a little bit. Just because so I'll be able to store stuff in here. And then I think it will actually be a pretty decent notebook system. Originally I was going to make a custom hardbound version, but I'm finding that on Amazon, if you have too many SKUs that look the same, people don't buy them. Too much choice, basically. So I can store this in here for now. And then, so I'm going to take a loss on a bunch of stuff that I made last year. So we put that in there. And make sure I can just grab this whole thing. And shove this in here for now. All right. So let's take a look at this again. All right, now we are going to finally go and look at the productivity system. But first, I'm still dropping frames though. What's going on with this? It's pretty bad. Is something hogging up the energy? Something else? Sorry that if the stream quality is really awful. Looks like I'm dropping lots of frames. Now it's okay. Is it Crunchyroll? Screw you, Crunchyroll. There's all these in the background web things are sometimes an issue, I think. All right. So as we were talking about last, I was been working on the new productivity design system for myself, and the goal of this system is to be a taskless, timeless system. The idea being that the more time I spend fiddling with organizing stuff, the less time I'm actually making things. And so I think like I'm the kind of person that, it was embarrassing as it is to admit, that I'm actually quite anxious about doing work on time and doing work that's good. And I tend to get lost in worrying about if it's going to be good or not. So for me, my best output isn't when I'm under pressure or delivering to someone else's expectation. It's when I'm working toward my own expectation and don't care what other people really want from it. It's much easier for me to make something that is, I think, solves a problem that I've identified and followed through with, rather than it is to guess at someone else's imprecise specification. And so the theory is, I'm still dropping frames. I wonder if I should have rebooted the computer before. I should try that and see if this picks up, if this improves. This computer has been on all weekend. And there could be cruft running in the background. Sometimes the Macs have problems with their network. I'm going to restart this real quick. Alright, so I'm going to restart this. This shouldn't take very long. Just to see if that goes, that fixes things. Go SSD! Let me stop stream for a second. 42,000, 43,000, 44,000, 45,000, 46,000, 47,000, 48,000, 49,000, 50,000, 51,000, 52,000, 53,000. So I think we're back, although like all the webcams are on different addresses now. So I need to reset the webcams. The system is still starting up. So I need to, there's probably going to be some dropped frames initially as everything gets started. So I think we're back. No, we're not. I need to set up some other things here. For some reason, controller mate isn't reloading the macros correctly. But we're back now, it looks like. And still, it looks like network congestion. That doesn't seem like a computer issue. Anyway, let's get back to the system stuff. So over here in the screen, I'm going to open up my project. And so right now, what I'm doing right now is the system design for my productivity system. And I haven't written down the notes for the last two things. So this one, this is the brainstorm stuff. Is there anything I want to write about in this above? I wanted to, this is the assessment of stuff that can be put in the accrual bucket. Things that go in the accrual bucket are finished pieces of software, completed, new forms. Let's call these ready to share pieces. There will be example software, posts, articles, design work, books, book, product for sale. Then there are also supporting, or knowledge, I guess. Knowledge chunks made as part of the process of getting to completed, ready to share. How-tos, references, are curated. Does that curated have one R or two R's? I think it has one R. References and thoughts on walkthroughs. Then I'm trying to identify the stuff that counts as accrual, things that are done. Things that go in the accrual bucket are things that count as productive. They then can be further processed into either the gallery of work or the marketplace. So the gallery of work are things I can share, creating a connection or opportunity. Or the marketplace, creating or subset of stuff that is readily purchasable. Now I feel this is kind of simplistic. This is not intended to be a how to live life process. For now, it's merely a way of feeling productive by striving to put something in the accountability bucket, or not the accountability, the accrual bucket. I need a better name for that, accrual bucket, every day. Doesn't look like we're losing as many frames as we were before. That's good. Let's see, and this other day 5 was concrete and how to store it. The purpose of this looks like the same graphic. This is the same graphic, what the hell? Is it missing it? This was from the 4th. Maybe this is the wrong one. Major daily goal. No, it's, how come this is in here twice? I could have sworn there was a form in which I was storing things. Did that not get uploaded? Let me double check that. That would be my Dropbox folder under working docs, scan document. This, okay, maybe this never got saved. Save image as, or I saved it at the wrong place possibly. I've just been keeping these on my desktop. And this should have been 05. This is all 2017. 5. I'm having that beginning of the year, like putting the wrong year after everything. 18. It's got sort on me as I'm trying to edit it, isn't it? Noticing the slow degradation of software. So this one looks like the new one. Yeah, this, I think that was the right one. Let's try inserting it and see if it looks correct. File, insert image, upload from computer. Yeah, this is Dave. What is concrete? Yeah, okay. So I guess I never uploaded it. Assessment. So I'm just writing notes here. Still dropping the frames. Now we're dropping a huge bunch of frames. Just like bad is going on the internet. I bet just everyone's just downloading stuff. Concrete. Let's make notes here. Tangible. In the sense it can be shown to someone. Superlative experience. This is qualities of items that are accruable. It's tangible in the sense. Superlative experience. It's tangible. It's a superlative experience. It's packaged to be ready to go. It's a unique product that only I could produce. It's a useful resource for other people to consume easily. Consume, let's say. Hopefully easily. Not everything is easy. These are all shareable experiences. What's this B thing? Also storing processes. It's a stored process. Subassembly, tool, insight, recipe, resource list. So those are the two kinds of procs. Essentially there's two kinds of accruable productivity things. Ready to go stuff and supporting sub stuff, let's call it. for lack of a better name right now. The challenge now is how do you store this? But how do you store this kind of stuff? I mean, there's digital works. And how do you log what's in the productivity bucket or the accrual bucket? Digital works for logging, I was thinking, for logging using Trello on a weekly list basis, providing links to wherever it's stored, images, etc. Could make this public. So this is privately. For everything else, there's, or rather, private for storing the actual produced thing. That's my digital filing system, or physical filing system. And then each of which has an exports or package, let's say. Package delivery. Folder or tag for the public consumable version. And so what I'm trying to say here is, like, there's two things. There's logging, and then there's also the thing that you're making. So if I'm making a website, there's the whole website production system, source code graphics and stuff like that. That's stored on my hard drive someplace in my structured digital storage area. If it's a physical good, then that's, I have a physical filing system where I keep all that stuff. But there is the production stuff, and then there's the finished stuff, the deliverable in the parlance. In this case, it's not a deliverable, it's something that goes in the accrual bucket that's ready to share. So the idea that it's ready to share and ready to use. The idea that something that I make is ready to share means that it's been produced, it's done, it's been completed. But the public versions of these, public releases, that's the website, that's Patreon, that's GitHub, that's the store. Public sharing, that's also the website, social media, the chat room, YouTube, maybe Amazon. Public selling. Let's see, let's call this public press selling, Amazon store. So these are the outlets I have currently. Again, the point of the productivity system is to just see what happens if I start thinking about productivity as putting things in the accrual bucket. I keep repeating this because my tendency is to want to systemize everything and make it my entire life, but I don't think that's a good idea at this point. At least I'm not sure if it will be good. And see what happens. So I think I'm ready to draw some sort of diagram on this. I actually need to get ready for a meeting in the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to call this for today. So didn't really make as much progress as I'd hoped. But I did get some of this stuff out of the way. So that's today's boring What's Up Dave. A bit of Korean skincare, kitchen storage, and rumination about my personal productivity system. But at least I've gotten my head wrapped around it, and I kind of feel like I'm in the mood to do this, to work on this. I also have my to-do list system set up. They have this stash folder that I can put someplace. Where will I put it? I guess I'll put it in here for now. It fits. Let me pull up the this to-do thing. So this acetate sheet I'll just keep on my desk someplace. Right here. It's nice and compact. I really should work on that system. This is it for now. If you want to find this document, we'll put it in the video description when I archive this. It's in docs.ds cowork. So if you go to davidsay.com, and before this link was broken apparently, or rather the permission system in Google Docs, which is really kind of finicky. If you go to docs.ds, davidsay.com/docs, davidsay.com/docs-ds-cowork. This is where our public document repository for the co-working chat room is. So you can go to the project, Dave Productivity 2018, and this should work now. Let's double check that by checking it in incognito mode. So this link says in incognito mode I won't be logged in, right? So, it's not what I thought it would be. There we go. So if you go here and go here, hopefully there's stuff in here. So you should see that document and you should be able to load it. And I guess it allows you to comment but not edit this. And it looks like you can see what I'm working on. If you want to make a comment, that's entirely fine. Oh look, you can even jump to places. I didn't know you could do that. Notes. Okay, I'll have to update that and make that work. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good Monday. Have a good week. And maybe I'll do some streaming later on. But I do have to work on this other stuff today. The server backup is critical. The kickoff is critical. Maybe the sticky pad production I can do. Let's see, I can put some stuff in my accrual bucket. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Wait for this thing to stop. My face looks terrible.